Om Shanti. Brahma Kumaris Canada welcomes you to Diamond India 75. Throughout 2022, we will be highlighting different qualities associated with the spirit of freedom to commemorate the 75th anniversary of India's independence. This month, we reflect on courage and honesty.
Raj Yoga is all about meditation, and meditation to me is deep thinking about what is worth thinking about. And the first thing to think about is yourself. And then when you're thinking about yourself, then you need to identify for yourself, what are my priorities? That is, what are my values? That means you have to ask yourself, what do I stand for? And I think this is where courage comes in, because what you stand for may not be something that someone else appreciates. And so one expression that comes with the word courage is courage of your convictions. And once you put it in a sentence like that, then you are really putting yourself on the line. That if you say, this and this and this is what I stand for, it will be challenged by circumstances, by people around you, by life. And the challenge can be very scary. And therefore you need courage, because you have to have a courage in the face of opposition. If there's no opposition, there's no need for courage. If you have power, it gives you a feeling of security. And if you have a position, it gives you a feeling of security. And if you have property, and if you have protection, But if you are motivated by you want these things, then it means you're insecure. And so what do we know about insecurity? Lack of courage. So the daring is important, willingness to take a step into some area where no one has gone before. And if you're a leader, well, you're not a follower. And if you're a follower, you're not a leader. So the nature of a leader is to go into the unknown. And the one thing that makes it possible to go beyond your capability is a connection to the Supreme. Because you are a spiritual being, don't forget that. Though you can't see your soul, and you can see your body, and you can see the material world, but the laws that operate it are invisible and behind the scenes, but they are real. And your connection with the divine is, I would say, actually indispensable. So
in the Western world, they will remember George Washington as a person who never lied in his life, and as one of those founding fathers of the United States that created the phrase that honesty is the best policy. If you look at honesty, it's about being truthful, basically, and it's related to one of the original qualities of the soul, which is satya, means truth. But you can't separate really those deep innate qualities from each other. You can't have purity without truth. You can't have truth without happiness. You can't have happiness without love. You can't have peace without any of the others. So all of those original qualities of the soul, they come together. And of course, that's the time then that we are completely 100% true in our relationships with ourselves and with nature, with each other. So we do live in a world where they say the world is false, the body is false, Maya is false, all of those things. So that's the world around us. And I'm sitting on my internal seat, behind the middle of the forehead, just sitting there observing. And I go inside and I touch my deep, deep qualities. So I just reach down inside myself and I remember that, yes, this is one of my God-given qualities, truth, together with peace, love, happiness, and so on. So I recognize that inheritance. I received that quality from God. It's there. And I just remember it and I bring it to the surface. And of course, as I look outside, based on my own inner truth, everything becomes absolutely clear. I can see things as they really are and not what they appear to be. I can see souls as they really are. And if I can see the bigger picture, not just how someone is in the moment or how someone's behavior has made him or her, but I see them as they really are. And the only feeling that I have, if my vision is truthful, is love. If someone's making efforts to change and become better, I feel respect. If someone is lost in their mistake and they're absolutely not making efforts to be truthful or correct, I feel mercy. So coming out from the deeper state of truth, I can only have two perceptions of people, through respect or through mercy. That's it, nothing else. No third feeling.
Om Shanti. When I think about the virtue of courage, a demonstration or act of courage, the image that comes into my mind is of a very heroic soul facing some daunting, perhaps overwhelming challenge outside. Conquering a tall mountain or diving into the depths of the ocean, the unknown. Facing something quite challenging outside the self. And that aspect of being fearless. But if I look honestly or more closely what I might realize is that any outward expression of courage begins with an inward facing act of courage. Going within in order to emerge that quality of being fearless, brave, pioneering a new way. And so I turn inwards at this time, already an act of courage, to not look outside for causes of problems or difficulties, or even for solutions, but to turn inwards, become more quiet, more observant, to go so deeply inside to the very heart of the self, where courage is born. And discovering the foundation or essence of courage, that fearlessness, is a very clean heart, very pure in intention, very free of any arrogance or desires or attachments, very clean, pure heart. So I look honestly at my heart through very compassionate and understanding eyes. What is the state of my own heart? Is it content? Is it at peace? Does it have that full sense of self-worth? And if not, how can I bring those deep qualities into the heart? That second act of courage, from going inwards, going upwards, to the source of all the heart needs, to be clean, to be fearless, going to God. It is said that the only way, the best way to get close to God is to just have an honest heart. God, the truth, becomes so accessible to those who are honest, very clear in matters of their own heart. When I am clear, then I am able to receive from God what my heart needs. That love, that peace, that self-respect. In that sense, my connection to the Supreme, to the one who is always pure-hearted, that connection will fill me with courage simply by satisfying the needs in my heart. An honest connection with that being cleans my heart, creates that fearlessness so that I'm able to respond to the outer world in a courageous way, in a way that will transform my destiny, change the world, because I'm no longer responding in an old way. I am pioneering pathways to a new future, overcoming the challenges within simply through the power of deep contentment and cleanliness in my own heart. I am becoming a hero in my own life. Om Shanti.
मन की भाषा तू ही जाने, मन की भाषा तू ही जाने, और न जाने कोई दाता, और न जाने कोई।
मन मृग तृष्णा भटक रही थी, मन मृग तृष्णा भटक रही थी, और न जाने कोई दाता, और न जाने कोई।
सब चिंताएं दूर हुई है जब से मिला तेरा साथ। मन के शोर को तुमने थामा, हाथ में लेके हाथ, हाथ में लेके हाथ। धीरे धीरे हर मुश्किल से, धीरे धीरे हर मुश्किल से पार लगाता कोई दाता, पार लगाता कोई।
मन की भाषा तू ही जाने,
मन की भाषा तू ही जाने,
और न जाने कोई दाता,
और न जाने कोई।
ओ सांसों की माला में तू ही, और न दूजा कोई दाता, और न जाने कोई।
मन की भाषा तू ही जाने,
मन की भाषा तू ही जाने,
और न जाने कोई दाता,
और न जाने कोई,
और न जाने कोई दाता, और न जाने